Hi, how are you doing? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be another fragrance review. Now if you didn't see my one from last week, I'll link it up in the iCards. It wasn't last week, I don't know when it was, but last one, which basically was a review of Hugo Boss Bottled Tonic in kind of a comparison to the original Boss Bottled. But today I'm going to do a review of, and like kind of first impressions, but I've kind of worn them a fair amount, well a couple of times since I purchased them. I'm just doing up the boxes because they come in these boxes, and these are, I don't know how you say that, Ghibellini. And you have the number 1 for men, and you have the X Bolt for men. These are Lidl fragrances. I saw and watched a video from Robin, Man for Himself, the other week, I think, because I got these last week, probably the week before last now when this video is up, but I saw his video on them because I had thought about doing something like this in the past, because I've seen, like, is her name Steph Thomas, does like a lot of makeup related things in terms of Aldi and Lidl and like cheap stuff versus high end and things like that. But I watched this video and I thought, I want to try those, because if they're good as he was suggesting they were, that's good. These are them out the bottles, out the boxes even. You get 50 mils in each of them. And I've got my little receipt here from Lidl, and they are $3.99 each, which is very reasonable for the amount you get. Now you might be thinking, this bottle here looks very similar to something else. Look at that, they're not identical, but you won't be able to see because I've used quite a lot of this. That liquid colour and that liquid colour, they basically look the same. It looks like piss, doesn't it? But yeah, bottle is literally near enough the same that way, and same in height. I mean, this is just a plastic lid, and that is just a plastic lid. But yeah, and bottle wise, they're both glass bottles, both little plastic lids, and actually smell the same, because Robin compared these two in his video, and I was like, does it actually smell as good as he's saying it is compared to this? And I can actually say it does. I have worn this on probably 2-3 days now, and like if you put the bottle that way round, you'd literally think it was this. If you saw that on the shelf, probably the average consumer would think it was that. And if you put them side by side, smelling them, they smell pretty much identical. Moving on to, well, the number 1 looks like this. Where is it? I nearly picked up the wrong one because they're so similar, these. The Hugo Boss one and this. They're the same bottle. This one is just a slightly like ambery, coppery colour with a copper coloured lid, and this is like a lightish yellow with a silvery lid. In Robin's video he compared it to this, which is Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, which is one of my favourites, and I've had this quite a long time, probably longer than you should. This is, how many mils is this? This is 50 mils, this is 50 mils, this costs £60, is it? I think it's 50 to 60 at least, and this is $3.99. Okay, I looked on the website on Boots, and this is £55 for 50 mils. That is quite annoying. £55 for 50 mils, and this is $3.99. Let me just put these side by side. I can't remember. I haven't worn this in ages. I can't remember what I'm going to throw. Let me just get a receipt. Right. In terms of smell wise, I don't think these Spice Bomb and the little one, the number 1, smell the same. This, I don't think I have anything similar in my collection, but I don't think it smells like this. It's on the same line, it's kind of a spicy scent, but it's not identical, whereas literally these are identically smelling. It's amazing. It's literally, they plopped that from that. It looks exactly the same and everything. I know Next and I think Ted Baker, Next do something that is very similar to this, and is very like on the same lines as this. I think it actually smells very similar to the Spice Bomb, and it looks like, actually I think it is more Spice Bomb because it kind of comes in a grenade type shape and it's like orange, well it's more like this colour, and Ted Baker do something as well, all along the same lines, but in terms of this smelling exactly like this, I have to disagree. In my opinion, on me, doesn't smell the same as this. It's on the same family, but doesn't smell the same. In terms of wear and longevity, I have to say, they last pretty well on the skin. I put them on at 8:30 in the morning, could still smell them at like lunchtime, 12 o'clock, and then I could still smell them, but they're kind of teetering off about 3. Today, I put them on about 10ish, and they've kind of gone now, and it's about 4 o'clock, but I did put literally one tiny spray on each arm, not like doused myself in it. But I suppose if you put more on, you're going to get more on, but for $3.99 that's quite good for it to last practically nearly the whole of a working day. Actually no, that's not a working day, is it? Like a school day, I suppose, like a 9 till 3 kind of thing, where I know for a fact, and I have said this numerous times on my channel, including the review from the other week about the Hugo Boss, they don't last that long on my skin, and this does. So this is a contender to replace this, and I think when this runs out, I'm just going to stick with this because I've got it now and it's $3.99. I think they're a good buy. They're $3.99, so it's not breaking the bank, and if you want that, especially if you want the Hugo Boss type smell, something like practically identical, I'd get this, give it a go, and then if you wanted to get splurge on this, you could, but to be honest, I think this is pretty good on its own, because you're not paying £40+ or 35+ or whatever it is. You're not paying, you're literally paying under £10, a lot under £10, £4 practically, whereas this is like 30+, and I think for the 50ml it's like, you can get it for around the £35–40 mark. I think it's meant to retail for 50, like 45+ or something. I definitely go for this. It is a great option. Smells really good. It smells exactly the same. This one, in my opinion, doesn't smell the same as the Spice Bomb. I think it's got kind of a hint of, and it would make more sense with the kind of colour bottle it is, hint of Paco Rabanne 1 million, but I have not smelled that in a long time. I never had that. I had the M&S version when M&S used to do some really good fragrances. They used to do a knockoff version of Paco Rabanne 1 million. They did a knockoff version of, or inspired by, shall we say, version of Bleu de Chanel. They actually had testers in store, which I thought they wouldn't have. So you could have spray them when you're doing your weekly shop, go around doing your weekly shop, and then decide at the end if you want to just add them to your basket. But for $4.99, $3.99, definitely a good buy. They last really well on the skin, in my opinion. Even with just one spray, I would probably put, I was testing both of them, so I had one spray on this arm and one spray on that arm, and I would normally put one here, maybe just spray myself once. So it definitely lasts longer the more you put on it, I think, or the intensity would go up. But it did, I could smell, just doing that, I could smell it. So I think in terms of power, they're good. Longevity, they're good. Price, great. I would say even like smell wise, great. This smells like Hugo Boss, and this is kind of a nice spicy scent. So yeah, definitely give them a go. And let me know if you found any like really good dupes for other fragrances. I know Next do loads. I want to try some. And yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't touched M&S in a while, or even I don't really shop in Aldi anymore. I shop in Lidl more now. But if Aldi have got some, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow my Instagrams, which are linked below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.